Oh, I've got a lazy thingy stand. Dang. But there's so much to read.
You'll be all right. You got this. Hi, Mason.
Oi, Mason. All right, son.
Share it out a bit. You all right, Mason? Reg, shush.
Come on in, guys.
Oh no, I don't know where Mary is.
Hi, Karen.
There they are.
Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hello. Oh, God. Tired. Oh, dear me. Britty.
Mary G, you coming in the box?
Come on over to my place.
You know you want to.
Even Graham's joined.
Oh, hi, Graham.
Come on over to my place. I wonder if Kev will join.
I've invited him. Hi, Graham.
Gray.
Hey.
Oh, I got something in my teeth. I can see it. Not going to be good, is it?
Happened to Kev anyway. I don't know. I shared it to Kev, so.
There's so much to read.
You'll be okay. You can do this, girlie.
Take the ones off the list that I've done when I've done them.
Graham just said, hello, baby. Are you okay, Alice? Not only I know he's talking.
I'm alright, baby, alright.
Graham, don't creep round us. You're not, still not getting a motorbike.
No. Who else?
Oh, that's not nice.
Victorious. That's how you
I
spell.
wish I was still in my PJs, Karen.
Come on in. Come on in. Hi, Billy.
All right there, Reg.
Okay, so. Reggie.
Sitting on the arm of the chair.
Oh, I'm stoofed.
Hi, Katie. Hi, Billy. Hey, Winnie.
Hi, Winnie, 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 Winnie.
Hi, Graham.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, Claire. Hi,
Hi,
Karen.
Alice.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Katie. Hi, Winnie. Hi, Mary. Hi, Eloise. Hi, Mandy. And hello, Alice.
Hello.
I'm just 2 seconds. I've got more to invite. 2 seconds.
I'm not gonna rush just yet. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't rush because I've still got more to invite. 2 seconds.
Oh, what's his name? Luke. Can't come in, can he? Hi,
Just said
Sammy.
Luke.
Excuse the squeaking. It's the dog playing with his toy.
I'm surprised you can't hear. Can you hear Bruce chewing
Yeah.
on his toy? Oh, gotta have that all the way through.
Reggie's got his flipping Santa.
The Santa's got his hat on.
Of all the toys he can play with, he plays with that one all the time.
It's his favourite.
Yeah, it is. Carries it. He takes it out on walks with him as well.
Oh, that's cute.
Should we see the looks I get?
I'm just gonna check through my wording that took all the names out because I just noticed that and not took that one out then.
Hello. Just seeing who else I can share it to.
Hello, love.
Hello.
Not long now, Eloise.
I know.
It's exciting.
I know.
I went with the puppies yesterday, Eloise.
Did you?
Yeah, all 5 of them.
Cute.
All 5 of them, and they are gorgeous.
Oh, bless
I bet
him.
they are.
Mackenzie's going to show you something quick while Alice is sorting herself out.
Yeah, when is Mackenzie getting hers?
When they got to go to the vets this week and be microchipped in the first injection, and if the vet says they're ready to go, they can go. But they're 10 weeks when we were going to get it.
Yeah.
Is it Friday 18th? Oh, look.
Can you hear me when I talk, or do I have to shout?
No, I can hear.
Is it by the 18th, Karen?
Huh?
Oh,
That's the one that we're having.
I think I just have to
oh
shout.
look, that little face.
He's got a very sweet face.
Oh,
You want to hear them when they're hungry, though. The noise is horrendous.
I bet with all of them. Makes me want to get another one, and I can't because
He's
of
got the
Reg.
mother and father.
Look how small he was like a month
So
ago.
that was a month ago, look.
That was in January when I first sort of met him. He was about 4 weeks old there.
Oh,
We've all fell in love with Mavis, the only girl.
mate.
And then that's all
Can
the
anybody
litter.
remember what Phil's thingy was called? Graham's friend.
Oh my God, I remember seeing it now.
Oh, I need to shout out to my friend.
It's the Ukraine flag, isn't it?
Dollars went on there, went, aha, oh, shit. Okay, okay.
It'll be here.
I can't remember.
It just says me scrolling, that's all.
Yeah. Did it begin with a T?
I thought it was.
She's got a migraine.
Lindsay, are you not very well?
I've got a migraine.
Oh, baby. Have you tried them new tablets that are out
I can't
called
take anything.
Somatoprotrin? You can buy them.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm very
Oh, what
I
a shame,
can't
because
take
they've put me
anything.
on them because I suffer bad with migraines, and I take one when it comes on and it goes. Literally.
Yeah.
What, just like that?
Hi, Hayley.
Does no one hear me when I talk?
I can hear you.
Hayley's my neighbour that lives across the way from me.
Oh, hi, Hayley.
So she's one of my
Hayley.
besties and a little baby. Well, he's not a baby anymore.
I can't find Phil. Not sure that he'll be interested in it.
I can't
but-
think what his name was on there.
No, I'm sure.
Did Jacqueline not want an invite?
Yeah, I've
done it.
Jacqueline and Eileen, but I can't find Phil.
Won't Jacqueline know?
Phil don't know, so
Type in Phil, it doesn't come up.
Kevsy!
Oh, hello, Kev.
About time, Kev. What do you call this?
I can't
Hello, beautiful people.
Hey, hey, hey!
Okay.
How are we all?
We're good.
Good.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, actually. Yes, not that long into work, actually. I think. Oh no, I've been here about an hour.
Hey,
All good.
Mackenzie.
All good. So
Oh,
everyone's on
good
here.
in the hood. Oh, good in the hood.
Again, it's been
Well,
weird. That 2 nights I've missed.
Happy tune that was.
Yes,
We'll
and
have
I'm not
to
happy about
see.
it. Kev, why does it say we're not friends?
Rude.
We'll have to see if Jacqueline or Eileen come in because they might have to share it to him.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Is this on your account you've got, Alice?
No, it's the same one. It had a little cross next to your name for some weird reason, as if I wasn't friends with you. Don't tell me you've secretly taken me off your friend list.
No, I'm just trying to see.
Kev. Oh, hi.
Graham,
He has,
motorbike
Alice.
word
He's
is not
had enough
allowed.
of you, Alice.
Yeah,
Kev.
motorbike words not allowed in this live, Graham.
Who's shouting, Kev?
Alice just said.
Me.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah, Graham's put
What are you
House of
doing?
Motorbikes, Kev.
Alice has banned the word from the live.
Band what word?
Motorbikes.
Motorbikes.
Oh, I didn't blame you. I've hated them the last 2 days. Bloody going to work in the pouring rain, coming back in the pouring rain. Bloody hate motorbikes. Stupid things.
See, they're not good, Graham, so you don't need one.
Nah. Eloise, you're looking too sober to have had my drink.
Yeah, I had 2 drinks, but I had Guinness Zero, non-alcoholic.
Ah, quite right. Quite right. Good, good. You enjoy though?
Yeah, it's alright, thank you.
Good. Good wee bit time out.
Yeah.
You were asking the message, do we sell alcohol at the hub? We sell zero alcohol. We have looked at getting a license, but the cost of a license for selling alcohol is ridiculous.
Right.
So what we do is, although we don't sell it, we then stop people bringing their alcohol in if we're doing a function or that.
Oh, swell sport.
Aye, there is ways we can get around it, like,
I used to take my drinks into places.
aye. It's just, see, it's a bit daft sort of selling alcohol when most of the people are going to be riding either by car or by motorbike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we have like a band playing or things like that, we can get around it by basically you come to the counter, you buy a raffle ticket, say for £2. Oh look, your raffle ticket's won a prize. It's a free bottle of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is ways around it, like it's just I don't know if it's the same in England, but the Scottish laws are absolute crazy. I think for us to get an alcohol licence, it would be just over £1,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, it's not worth it.
No. So the other way we can do it is we could say, I could go in now and apply for a license for a Saturday in 6 weeks' time. Tomorrow I could go in and apply for a license for Sunday 6 weeks' times and keep doing that every day, and I'll get a license that way. But as I say, being honest, the couple of times I've had functions in there, most people just bring their own alcohol in with them, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, shut up.
So it's all good. And yeah, I was going to say, Eloise, when you do decide to come up, give me advance notice, because one of the ladies that we have working as a volunteer come semi full time, pain in the arse, but never mind, we put up with her. She's good for cleaning the toilets. Honestly, this female is like wooden. When I mean wooden, I mean wooden. She's as thickish. Aye. But she does. She's a lovely woman. She's got a heart of gold in that. But she runs a Airbnb, so she's got 2 rooms.
Yeah.
So we'd actually get you 2 rooms at a very, very good price.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
It's quite sort of central to most things in that, like, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Me and Jay were showing your bike to us prison today. He likes it. Do you know your poppy one?
What was that?
Me and Jay were showing your poppy bike to Jay's cousin today. He likes it.
All right.
Yeah, he thinks it's nice.
As it's my pride and joy. I think I've said that before. I was told by Steph that if I ever decide to sell the bike, I can cancel wedding plans. What a way to get a wedding! Hey, Jay.
Yes.
Yeah, be good to get you guys up here, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something, Kev? I'm going to tell you something now.
Sure.
I was downstairs and Eloise just come to me. She went, "Have you been drinking alcohol?" I says, "Well, I hope so. I've just come from fucking pub."
That's what I meant.
She'd been with me at pub.
I thought that he'd been drinking some alcohol at home, and I thought, I haven't got no alcohol at home.
He says, "You stink for alcohol." I says, "Yeah, we've just come from pub."
Yeah, but I didn't realise that, because I forgot that you drank all your vodka, didn't you? The day before yesterday, whenever it was.
Winnie, who's Frank?
Butcher.
Frank's from the chat last night.
Yeah. I'm dyeing my hair back blonde soon, anyway.
Lindsay, are you not feeling well?
It's your ghost friend.
Hello?
No, I got a migraine.
Oh dear, that's not so good. You want to know the best cure for a migraine?
Oh, what's he gonna say?
I know.
No, proven fact. Get into a shower, direct the jetty water right onto the back of your neck at the temperature you normally have. Sit it there for 10 minutes. Then turn it up even hotter for 10 minutes. Then turn it up even hotter again. Your migraine will go.
Only
Guaranteed.
because you've scalded your neck and that takes the pain off your migraine.
No to go that excessive.
I thought you were going to say other thing, to be fair.
I've got the TENS machine on, it'll do.
Didn't you?
Well, that's meant to be a proven fact as well.
The TENS machine. Yeah.
I'll just stick with the
No,
paracetamol.
no, they're not nice. They're not nice things. Definitely not.
Why?
Hey, Mandy.
Hi.
You all good? You've not been banned again, I see.
I've not gone live, that's why.
Don't
I've
use
been back in the boxes for a while.
All right enough, eh? We had Friday night off. Don't
You
know if
all
you-
behave yourselves.
Yeah.
Especially you, Kev.
Of course, that's your live, eh?
I'll be on best behaviour.
Yeah, you best. I forgot about you, actually. You were best behaved.
Can't forget about me. Can't forget about them.
Yeah, not for the right reasons either.
I'm very memorable.
Yeah, exactly, but not for the right reasons.
Mary's disappeared.
No, I'm here.
Oh, yeah, there. How have you
Yeah, I'm
been?
just hiding.
Been good?
Yeah. Kind of.
That doesn't sound very, very positive, Mary.
Positive.
Can't you get that piercing thing done that helps with migraines? You know what I mean? Get
Yeah,
some.
the inside, it's the inside here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got that.
Mm.
No, I had that. I don't know if it's the same one. Yeah, I had it. It didn't work.
No.
Oh,
I never
that'd be
got it
quite
for
nice.
that though, but I just got it for what's the word?
I forgot. I just realised you've got a picture of Diana up. You're doing that tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
Kev.
You
Bloody
don't
fuck. See?
say.
No,
2
I
days
just
away from
like her
that.
that much that I have her in my life.
2 days away from that, and I totally forget.
One night off and he doesn't even know what the chat's about.
No.
I'm still looking at the
What are you
picture
doing,
for
Kev?
ages, and couldn't twig.
2 nights off. Not
2
one
nights.
night, 2 nights she had off. Where were
Aye,
you?
No wonder he don't know what's going on.
exactly. And I was up all night. No, not doing anything dirty or that. I just
Yeah.
could not bloody sleep. So I ended up getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Steph got up, meant to make me a cup of tea, but she put the kettle on. Somehow I ended up making the tea. And then I started playing shitloads of records to her with her trying to guess what song and what it was for either 60s, 70s or 80s. Like, it's now 7 o'clock in the morning. We've sat for 2 hours playing music, playing a guessing game.
Oh,
What are we doing?
that's crazy.
Mad. Absolute mad. And how's Karen? Karen?
I'm fine, thanks, Kev. Are you?
You were falling asleep there. Wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
I'm
good.
fine. Are
Good,
you?
good.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm not
asleep.
too bad at all. Not too bad. 2 days off work now, so that's me. Happy days. Happy as Larry. So what time you starting Diana thing?
When you shut up.
Anyway, you can't say that.
Right, actually. It's quite right. I'm looking
You're a
forward
bit rude,
I
Alice.
know we were waiting for some people to come in, but I don't think they're coming in.
I just need to get this out, right? Earlier, obviously, I said to Jay that you was at work and whatever else, and then he's talking about obviously wanting to come to your class and things like that, and then he went, "But does the cafe open at weekends?" I said, "Jay, it's Sunday and Kev's at work." Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just me that comes out with those dicky comments, is
Yeah,
it?
but I just thought it was been a Sunday, but you know what I mean.
No, at the moment, because we're sort of winter hours, we're a Wednesday, 12 till about 9 at night. Saturdays, we're just at the moment doing 12 in the afternoon till 4 in the afternoon, and then a Sunday for 10 in the morning till 6 at night.
Yeah.
But come sort of the start of April, we'll be. I'm going to push for just 6 days a week rather than 7 days a week. Because for the last 3 years, I was averaging between 70 and 80 hours a week. And I'm not doing that again this year. Nah. But we will be open, quite a lot.
Right, guys, are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready now. I've got that out. Thank you.
Have you had your chat and your catch up?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
You're all refreshed and ready.
Yes.
let's go for it. I'm even going to put you up on the stand. Hit the roof.
So I've took out the names of the sons because of everything going on in the media. I don't want to mention them as much, so I am just going to do them as H and W, which is going to be difficult because they'll want to say it, but anyway.
All right, yeah.
So I'll start off with a little bit of history on Diana. I'm not going too much into the royal family because it was literally to the point where I've done like 20,000 words. So I don't want to say too much. So Diana Frances Spencer was born on 1st of July 1961, the fourth of 5 children to John Spencer, Viscount Althorpe, and Frances Spencer, Viscountess of Althorpe. She was delivered at Parkhouse, Sandringham, Norfolk. The Spencer family had been a close ally with the British royal family for several generations. Her grandmother, Cynthia Spencer, Countess Spencer, and Ruth Roche, Baroness Ferrimer, had served as ladies-in-waiting to the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Diana first met Charles, Prince of Wales, the Queen's eldest son and heir apparent, when she was 16 in November 1977. He was then 29 and dating her older sister, Sarah. Charles and Diana were guests at the country weekend during the summer of 1980, and he took a serious interest in her as a potential bride. The relationship progressed when he invited her aboard the Royal Yacht Britannia for a sailing weekend to, can't pronounce it, but I think it's in France. This was followed by an invitation to Balmoral Castle to meet his family. She was then well received by the Queen Mother, and the Duke of Edinburgh. Charles courted Diana in London. He proposed to her on the 6th of February 1981 at Windsor Castle. She accepted, but their engagement was kept secret for 2.5 weeks. Diana became Princess of Wales at the age of 20 when she married Charles, then 32, on the 29th of July 1981. The wedding was held at St Paul's Cathedral, which offered more seating than Westminster Abbey, a church that was generally used for royal weddings. The service was widely described as a fairy tale wedding and was watched by a global television audience of 750 million people, while they had 600,000 spectators lined on the street to catch a glimpse of the couple en route to ceremony. At the altar, Diana inadvertently reversed in the order of his first names, saying Philip Charles, Arthur George instead. She did not say she would obey him, that the traditional vow was left out of the couple's request, which caused some comment at the time. Diana wore a dress valued at £9,000. The couple then went on to have 2 children. The couple also resided at Kensington Palace and Highgrove House near Tetbury. On the 5th of November 1981, Diana's pregnancy was announced. In January 1982, 12 weeks into the pregnancy, Diana fell down the staircase at Sandringham, suffering some bruising, and the royal gynaecologist, George Pinker, was summoned from London. The fetus was uninjured. Diana later confessed that she had initially thrown herself down the stairs because she was feeling so inadequate. On the 21st of June 1982, she gave birth to the couple's first son, Prince W. She subsequently suffered from postpartum MH after her first pregnancy. A second son, H, was born on the 15th of September 1984. Diana said she and Charles was the closest during her pregnancy with H. She was aware their second child was a boy, but did not share the acknowledgement with anyone else, including Charles, who had hoped for a girl. Then 5 years into their marriage, the couple incompatibility and the age difference became visible and damaging. In 1986, Diana began a relationship with James Hewitt, the family former riding instructor, and in the same year, Charles resumed his relationship with his former girlfriend, Camilla Parker Bowles. The media speculated that Hewitt, not Charles, was H's father based on the alleged physical similarity between Hewitt and H, but Hewitt and others had denied that H was born 2 years before Hewitt and Diana began their affair. Wow, it's hard to try not to say the names. By 1987, cracks in the marriage had become visible, and the couple's unhappiness and cold attitude towards each other were becoming reported by the press, who dubbed them the Glooms because of their evident discomfort to each other's company. In 1989, Diana was at a birthday party for Parker Bowles' sister Annabelle Elliott when she was confronted Parker Bowles about her and Charles's extramarital affair. The affair was later exposed in 1992 with the publication of Andrew Morton's book, Diana, Her True Story. During 1992 and 1993, leaked tapes of a telephone conversation reflecting negatively on both Charles and Diana. Tapes recorded of Diana and James Gilby were made public in August 1992. The transcripts were published in the same month. The article Squidly Gate was followed in November 1992 by the leaked Camilla Gate tapes, intimate exchanges between Charles and Parker Bowles published in the tabloids. In December 1992, Prime Minister John Major announced the couple's amicable separation to the House of Commons. Does anyone kind of know the conversation that they kind of had on the phone to each other? Before I go any further.
No.
It was apparently it was supposed to be quite rude. So when it was
John Major.
Say that again.
Did you say you talk about John Major?
No, so the conversation between Camilla and Charles.
All right. Okay. No.
It was supposed to be quite rude. They do go over it slightly in The Crown, which I know some of it's fabricated for like entertainment purposes, but He basically said he wished he was one of her lady items in her lady area.
Yeah,
If you
bet
can
he
kind of
did.
guess what I'm getting at without saying it.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Grim.
I know. And then it was caught and the Queen heard it, everything, so.
Well, I tell you what a smooth talker.
So if I say ampons
Yeah.
up her lady garden, you wish he was one of them, apparently.
Of all the things.
Awful.
Yeah, of all the things he could have said, and he chose to say that over the phone.
Yeah.
That's gross. Oh my
So
God.
they did a lot of inappropriate phone calls together.
Well, unless you liked it to be thrown away, then as soon as it's been used, it's been thrown away, won't it?
This is it, isn't it?
That's it. You can use me, then you can off your pop in a bit.
No. So anyway, by 1987, cracks in the marriage had become visible, and the couple's unhappiness and cold attitude towards one another. Wait, have I read that 1 minute? Blah, 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 where I'm up to. Although she blamed Parker Bowles for the marital troubles, Diana began to believe her husband was involved in other affairs. In October 1993, Diana wrote to her butler, Paul Burrell, telling him that she believed her husband was now in love with his personal assistant, Tiggy Leg Burke, who was also his son's former nanny, and was planning to have her unalived to make the path clear for him to marry Tiggy Leggy Burke. Had been hired by Charles as a young companion for his sons while they were in his care, and Diana was resentful for Leggy Burke and her relationship with the young princes. Charles sought public understanding via a televised interview with Jonathan Dembleby on the 29th of June 1994. In the interview, he said he had rekindled his relationship with Parker Bowles in 1986, only after his marriage with Diana had terribly broken down. So by that point, obviously, the divorce was on the cards. The journalist Martin Bashir interviewed Diana for the BBC current affairs show Panorama. I can never say it. Panorama. The interview was broadcast on the 20th of November 1995. Diana discussed her and her own husband's extramarital affairs, referring to Charles's relationship with Parker Bowles. She said, well, there was 3 of us in the marriage, so it's a bit crowded. She also expressed doubt that her husband's suitability for kingship. The decree nisi was granted on the 15th of July 1996, and the divorce was finalised on the 28th of August 1996. Diana was represented by Anthony Julie in a case. The couple shared custody of their children. She received a large lump sum of settlement of £17 million, which is equivalent to £40 million in 2023, as well as £400,000 per year. The couple signed a confidentiality agreement that prohibited them from discussing the details of the divorce of their married life. Days before the letter patent was issued with the general rules to regulate royal titles after divorce, Diana lost the title of Her Royal Highness and instead was styled Diana, Princess of Wales. As the mother of the prince expected one day to ascend to the throne, she was still considered to be a member of the royal family and was, according to the same precedent she enjoyed during her marriage. The Queen reported wanting to let Diana continue to use the style of Royal Highness after her divorce, but Charles had insisted to remove it. Prince W was reported to reassure his mother, "Don't worry, Mummy, I will give it back to you one day when I'm king." Almost a year before, recording to Tina Brown, Philip had warned Diana, "If you don't behave, my girl will take your title away." She's said to have replied, "My title is a lot older than yours, Philip." After her divorce, Diana retained the double apartment on the north side of Kensington Palace that she had shared with Charles since the first year of their marriage. The apartment remained her home until the passing the following year. She also moved her office to Kensington Palace, but was permitted to use the state apartment at St James's Palace. Diana was also given the allowance to run her private office, which was responsible for her charity work and royal duties, but from September 1996, according to she was required to pay her bills and any expenditure incurred by her on her behalf. Furthermore, she continued to have access to the jewellery that she received during her marriage and was allowed to use the air transport of the British royal family and government. Diana was also offered security by the Metropolitan Police Royalty Protection Group, which she benefited from, travelling with her sons, but refused it in the final years of her life in the attempt to distance herself from the royal family. Just not making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, John, behave yourself. Within a month, Diana began a relationship with Dodi Fayed, the son of her summer host, Mohammed Al Fayed. That summer, Diana had considered taking her sons on holiday to the Hamptons and Long Island, New York, but with security officials had prevented it. After deciding against the trip to Thailand, she accepted Fayed's invitation to join his family in the south of France, where his compound and large security detail would not cause concern for the Royal Protection Squad. Mohammed Al Fayed bought Janiquel, a 60-metre multi-million-pound yacht which entertained Diana and her sons. Tina Brown later claimed that Diana's romance with Fayed and her 4-month relationship with Gulu Valani were all a ploy to inflame the true object of her affections. Hasnat Khan, in the years after her death, borough journalist Richard Kay and the voice coach Stuart Pearce had claimed that Diana was also thinking about buying a property in the United States. So this goes on to the sad part. Diana passed away on the 31st of August 1997 in a car crash in the Pont de l'Alamar tunnel in Paris, while her driver was fleeing from paparazzi. The crash also resulted in the passing of her companion Dodi Fayed and their driver Henry Paul, who was also acting security manager at the Hotel Ritz Paris. Trevor Rees-Jones, who was employed as a bodyguard by Dodi Fayed's father, survived the crash, suffering a serious head injury. The televised funeral on the 6th of September was watched by the British television audience that peaked 32.1 million, which was one of United Kingdom's highest viewed figures ever, and United States television audience that peaked 50 million. The event was broadcast over 200 countries and was seen by an estimated 2.5 billion people. The sudden unexpected death of the extraordinary popular royal figure brought statements from senior figures worldwide and many tributes by members of the public. People left flowers, candles, personal messages outside Kensington Palace for many months. Diana's coffin draped with a royal flag was brought to London from Paris by Charles and her 2 sisters on the 31st of 1997. The coffin was taken to a private mortuary and was placed in the Chapel Royal, St James Palace. On the 5th of September, Queen Elizabeth II paid tribute to Diana in a live television broadcast. The funeral took place in Westminster Abbey on the 6th of September. Her sons walked in the funeral procession behind the coffin, along with the Prince of Wales, Duke of Edinburgh, Diana's brother Lord Spencer, and representatives of some of her charities. Lord Spencer had said as sister, she had proven in the last year she needed no royal title to continue to generate her popular brand of magic. Rewritten to the tribute of Diana, Candle in the Wind 1997 was also performed by Elton John at the funeral service. The only occasion the song was performed live. Released as a single in 1997, the global proceedings from the song had gone to Diana's charities. The burial took place privately later that same day. Diana's former husband, sons, mother, siblings and close friends and clergyman were present. Diana's body was clothed in a black long-sleeve dress designed by Catherine Walker, which she had chosen some weeks before. A set of rosary beads that she had received from Mother Teresa was placed in their hands. Diana's grave is on an island of the grounds of Althorpe Park, the Spencers family home for centuries. So I don't know if anyone's got anything before I go on to the conspiracies in the juicy part.
Just all be mindful, there was rumours that she was pregnant.
That's been debunked. I had to look at that because it would have been seen in the autopsy.
Yeah, but people can be paid.
Was the autopsy done in France or in Britain?
I think they did it quite quick in France, but I don't know if they requested it for it to be done in Britain. Let me just see if I can Google it.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if she was pregnant, I mean...
Because that is one of the conspiracies that came up.
Yeah, I've heard that.
One of the other conspiracies is, if I had been there, I'd have got her pregnant as well. She was a gorgeous looking woman.
She had her autopsy done at Hammersmith and Fulham Mortuary. So it was done over here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Was there no something about that it should have been done in France because she died there or something?
Usually that's what they do, but then they can request for it to be done again, can't they? I read that the doctors from France said she was pregnant. Maybe she could have been, and they've been paid not to say anything, but it was apparently debunked.
Because I'm sure I've seen in one of the documentaries that she shouldn't have been released for that hospital without the autopsy being done there. But again, royal money, you can get anything you want.
Exactly, and you can get the results you want as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the royal family.
I agree.
What was she, 32 when she died, eh?
What?
Yeah, she was only young.
32, I think. Was she?
They say money talks, don't they?
She was 36 when she died.
Hold on. Oh, it's alright. Just got to put it to the ceiling in a minute. Just what? Turn over.
I can't see anything.
You're right, Katie.
But yeah, like you say, they can hide whatever they want to, can't they?
But that's for the next bit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I've got quite a few conspiracies actually. Yeah, because I watched the documentary of when they brought her home, and then obviously I've seen The Crown, which I know. Yeah, I keep referring to it, and it's not all true, but I don't think he was as upset as they portrayed in The Crown. From when you see documentaries, he just didn't seem as
Charlie.
Who?
Charles.
Well, he ain't gonna be. He always wanted Camilla.
Yeah.
Diana was only there to give him two sons.
I can never understand.
He didn't love her.
I can never understand why he went for someone like Camilla when he had Diana.
Because Camilla and him were love hearts at the age of 13.
But look at the statement.
And that's why he was sent to the military, to get away from her.
Also,
Diana was funny.
royals are not allowed to shed tears in public.
Yes, you just woke up.
Yeah, they say they're not to shed tears, but she's shed tears since, hasn't she? I just think she should have reacted quicker to the death rather than waiting for the public to go, why you've not said anything, and then her come out and say something.
He wasn't allowed to marry Camilla.
No, because she was a divorcee, wasn't she? She divorced before.
I really don't see what he sees in her, though. I mean, Diana was stunning.
Yeah.
He loves her, doesn't he? So
William and Harry have cried more in private than they did on the day of her funeral, on the day that they were told that she'd died.
Aye.
So, because they were told not to cry.
Tony Blair invited Queen to issue the Yeah. Because a lot of people complained and was like, why has she not said anything? Why has she not passed comment?
She didn't be told to say something. She should have just automatically.
I would not like to be a royal living in this, or the firm that they call it.
Aye, the firm.
She didn't do it off her own back because the establishment won't allow it. I'd still like to think if you're the Queen, you can override it, though. You can do what you want, but maybe not. Right, anyway, I'm going to go into the juicy bit. Right, so I've literally just copied and pasted what I found because obviously there's only one scenario I think of, but there is obviously more than that. I know, and that I think that was coming from the granddad. I can't remember what's they called. Was it Philip? I think it's Philip who was telling them not to cry. There's a lot that doesn't meet the eye. Look at what they did. Yeah, Margaret.
Say the Queen Mother absolutely loved Diana.
She was one of the,
She was loved.
But honestly, if no one's watched The Crown, you should really watch it. It's so interesting.
Never watched it.
You should watch it. Some of it's fabricated for like entertainment, which they say that at the beginning, but a lot of it is true. So do you remember when a guy broke into the Queen's bedroom that time because he was sick of how the world was being run and the government was being run and his benefits were being cut, and he was a working man, but he was getting his money cut and he couldn't afford a divorce or something like that. He went and broke in and sat in a bedroom, waited for her to wake up, and he's just sat there in the chair.
Well, that was actually me.
Was it?
I meant to break into fucking Diana's bedroom and I got all fucking Lizzie.
The Q put a stop to Charles and Camilla the first time alive Mountbatten. Love the Crown. It's just so messed up. Anyway, so I'll go to the first one. So the initial French judicial investigation concluded that the crash was caused by Paul's intoxication, reckless driving, speeding, and the effects of prescription sweets. In February 1998, Mohammed Al Fayed, father of Dodi Fayed, publicly said the crash, which unalived his son, had been planned and accused MI6 and the Duke of Edinburgh. An inquest which started in London in 2004 and continued to 2007 and 2008 attributed to the crash to grossly negligent driving by Paul and the pursuing of paparazzi, who forced Paul to speed down into the tunnel. On the 7th of April 2008, the jury returned a verdict of unlawful killing, or unaliving should I say. On the day after the final verdict of the inquest, Al Fayed announced that he would end his 10-year campaign to establish that the tragedy was, the big word I can't say. He said he did so for the sake of Diana's children. So that was one prediction. This, according to Mohammed Al Fayed, was the reason for the unaliving. Diane had become pregnant to his son's child, he said, and that the idea was unpalatable to the British state. Mr. Fayed said that the royal family could not accept the Egyptian Muslim could eventually be a stepfather of the future King of England, and so plotted to unalive her. That was one. Then the main motivation factor between the conspiracies is to believe that Diana herself thought she was going to be unalived, and that much it appears is true. Chief among them is a letter that was disclosed by Paul Burrell, Diana's one-time butler, who said he had been given it for a safekeeping. I am sitting here at my desk today in October, longing for someone to hug me and encourage me to keep me strong and hold my head high. This particular phase in my life is the most dangerous. So somebody, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to accuse, is planning an accident in my car, brake failure, serious head injury in order to make a path clear for Charles to marry, it read. The letter appears eerily present, and indeed it had history. When Diana wrote the letter, she had experienced problems with her car, had voiced fears about them, and her bodyguard had passed in an accident that she believed had been a conspiracy. Diana clearly had concerns about her safety. That much isn't a conspiracy theory, but there appears to be no official suggestion that she would actually be unalived, even if it was an animosity between some members of the family and Diana. Just see if I've not missed anything. Another one is for photographers. What, sorry? Did someone say something then? I'm hearing stuff.
I said hi, Jack.
All right. So then another one is photographers were blamed repeatedly and continue to be for Diana's passing. The story is caught on in a part. I've copied and pasted this one, don't make sense. The story caught on in a part because it reflected a concern that had pursued Diana throughout her life, that the often permanent interest in her was causing her harm. This theory has three specific forms. The first alleges that a group of paparazzi chased and pushed Diana's Mercedes so that it could make the crash happen. The second argues that the members of the paparazzi encouraged an environment where the crash could happen. The third suggested that the paparazzi accidentally created a situation that the conspirators exploited to unalive the people in the car. The official investigation pointed out that the paparazzi aren't really a meaningful group. Though they do the same job, they generally compete with each other for the best photo. Many of them work for different companies and do entirely different jobs, with some working professional photojournalists. Official investigators had found that the Mercedes car that Diana was in does seem to have driven quickly, in part to escape the photographers. But Operation Pageant found that it was a result of normal behaviour by paparazzi, and they haven't been participated participating in a criminal conspiracy. Where have I gone? Henry Paul was the head of the security at the Ritz Hotel Paris, but the conspiracy theorists believe he was in a pay of at least one of the organisations, the security service in France or in the UK, or both. People who doubt the official course of events say that the central claim about Mr. Paul being drunk at the time of the crash was not only false, but was a lie to spread the media to cover up the unaliving, and that was done in part of swapping his body with another person so that the toxicology report results would appear correct. There are a number of reasons people believe this. Mr. Paul does not seem to behave like he was drunk earlier that night, for instance, and the belief about him being a pay of security services come from the fact that he appeared to have had more money than was expected, and that some of the security officers had suggested that they might have had a French sauce inside the hotel. But again, there is no evidence to suggest either of them contribute to the crash in any other way than the official report. Numerous tests show that Mr. Paul's blood had alcohol in it, though there was mistakes made with the tests, and repeated checks had been certified that Mr. Paul had been indeed drinking. There is also perhaps nothing more central in a conspiracy than the car that carried Diana, and which would eventually unalive her. Conspiracy theories claimed that its route was blocked and it was driving at an unusual speed, or that something had been tampered with the car. Everything about the car appeared to be in order. People reported seeing different speeds. The car was certainly driving fast that night, but there was nothing unusual about the way it was driving. But a large part of the confusion here appears to emerge from the fact that it's simply too difficult to estimate speed. Witnesses who reported different things probably weren't wrong, but it's very difficult to tell how fast something is going when you're outside of it, especially if you don't have anything to compare it to. Numerous people reported seeing flashes as the car headed into the tunnel where it crashed. Flashes were blamed for the crash itself, but the problem was that many people reported different flashes at different times from different places. There was a lot of flashes that night, and the photographers following the car and the lights of the headlights of the vehicle, but none of them appeared to be malicious or part of a conspiracy. Conspiracy theorists believe that the doctors allowed Diana to pass on purpose by not treating her in a proper way, and they stopped her from recovering. Most of this revolves around the treatment of the scene of the crash. If she had instead been taken to the nearest hospital and treated there, she may have survived, they say. Part of the belief is that the theory comes from the fact that the French approach to an emergency care is simply different to the UK. In France, emergency crews focus on giving treatment on scene before moving the person to hospital. In the UK, it's about getting to the hospital sooner. As the writers of Operation Pageant report note, such as a conspiracy theory would require a substantial number of expert doctors and other caregivers to break their ethics and lie about doing so. This didn't happen. They concluded it's impossible to say whether or not there would have been more success if Diana was taken to hospital, but either way, doctors have said it's almost impossible for her to survive her injuries. I've heard different, but I'll explain that in a minute. Conspiracy theories around Diana circulated even when she was alive, and indeed the princess appeared to believe them. In 2004, US news channel NBC aired video showing Diana talking about an affair with Barry Manicky, a former bodyguard who she described to be the greatest love I ever had. It was all found out, and when he was chucked out of the royal protection, and then he was unalived. I think he was bumped off, she said in the tapes. Conspiracy theories took upon the claim, suggesting that there was a malicious driver who had apparently helped orchestrate the car crash that Mr. Manicky passed in. He had been riding as a pillion passenger on a motorbike. Grey. That bike crashed into another car that was coming out of a junction initially, according to some. Cons rumbled on and became part of the same set of beliefs that animated theories about what really happened to Diana. But The Independent found after an investigation published weeks ago that the truth was just tragic but entirely accidental. The driver of the car had actually stopped immediately and agreed to help out with the investigation, including giving a statement for Operation Pageant. And that's done, apart from the questions at the end. So the bit where they said about the doctors not treating her fast enough, and they're saying that the doctors say that she wouldn't have survived her injuries. There's a guy on telly that does all the celebrity autopsy programs. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. He was interviewed and he looked at the autopsy report, and from the injury that she'd sustained, she would have survived if she'd got to the hospital sooner. It was majorly the blood that had caused her death because she was losing that much blood at the scene. and she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so he said she would have probably walked away with a broken collarbone. So that was something that I'd seen on a programme, but he does a lot of
But guess what?
celebrities.
Royal families and exes carry their own blood on board anyway. So that don't
Diana wouldn't have been included in that because she was going her own way in the end. So
she was
royal related.
But that's like
the Queen does. The Queen carries a blood.
Edward. No, not Edward. With Ferguson, the dodgy one.
Yeah, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah. And Ferguson.
Yeah.
Ferguson's nothing to do with the royal family at the moment, apart from that she's their mum. She chooses to stay in the same house as a lodger, but she also carries her own blood.
I just think it was all planned. Like I said in my comment, nothing will convince me any different. I think it was all planned without a doubt.
Yeah.
I
mean, the only two conspiracy theories I'm leaning towards is they didn't react fast enough to a passing, or it was all orchestrated and planned.
100%.
I think it was planned just to get her out of the way.
Yeah, I do.
Well, like you say, when you see that this potential person that she'd had an affair with had been unalived, a former bodyguard. I've always said, and I know I shouldn't say it on TikTok really, I've always said if you're not fitting into their agenda, you're not fitting into the institution, you're breaking rules, anything could happen.
Yeah, I feel the same, Jacqueline. I feel the same.
Not being funny, things happen, but to me it just seems too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, I think, like Graham said there, she was more popular than family. I said I don't think the Queen liked that, because you remember when she walked over, was it the landmines, when she shouldn't have done it?
Yeah.
Charles didn't like it, did he? Because she was more popular than he was when they used to go on the walkabouts and stuff. Everyone wanted to see her.
Yeah, and she didn't dress, not that she dressed inappropriately, but for Queen standards and royal family standards, she didn't dress the way that they wanted her to dress as well. I mean, was there a time when she was in France on a balcony or something and the paparazzi managed to pap her and she was topless?
I'm not being funny, right? The first bit you said about her falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
They would have made sure she didn't fall down the stairs because she was carrying the first air. Do you know what I mean?
That was when she was pregnant with William, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that wouldn't have happened. But would it have happened, or was she pushed?
Yeah. I didn't know that she.
I agree.
Well,
I knew about that.
I didn't go into a eating disorder or anything like that, but I did have a bit of a research, and even the royal family's reaction to her bulimia wasn't very pleasant.
It wasn't good, no.
Yeah.
But she was only there to bring in the future king. That's it. She there was no feelings attached to that or anything.
She kind of served her purpose, didn't she? Because she.
Yeah. Jacob said that he thinks as well that is the true reason as to why H has been pushed out of the family, because he is too much like his mum and they don't like it.
I was going to ask the question, how many of you think H has stepped away because he doesn't believe what he's being told?
Yeah, I think he knows the truth. I do.
I do think William does as well, but he's not allowed to say anything.
But at the same time, I do think he is a bit whipped by his missus as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely is there, like,
Right, I don't want to be disrespectful to your royal family, but I also think the royal family was behind it. Yeah, I agree. We all agree, I think. Yeah. Let's have a poll.
I'm not a royalist, if I'm honest with you.
I do like W and H. I do like.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Do a poll of who thinks. Say smiley face if you think she was done in purposely, and a sad face if it was an accident. And let's see. Please, all that's in here, answer the question.
Well, it's coming out like that.
William's like his dad.
You're not supposed to.
And we all live here apart from Jacqueline.
Yeah.
William's like his dad.
And Winnie.
Winnie's Copenhagen and Jacqueline's Netherlands. She's put hell no accident, an accident.
Oh, don't worry, Jacqueline. We don't understand what you're saying.
But he is also whipped by his missus as well. H is.
He's controlled a bit.
H and Meghan thing. I think it's a bit of everything because Meghan is very much a good actress. I don't believe for 1 second she didn't know she had to curtsy for the Queen.
I don't think she didn't know about the royal family because you're not telling me.
No, she even visited when she was younger. She came to Britain and visited the palace.
But you're not telling me someone who's going to marry like H.
Yeah, but then when you watch the Oprah, I don't know if anyone watched the Oprah.
I did, yeah.
A lot of the things that she's saying about the firm and how they are, I do think there's some truth to how strict they are and how not compassionate they are about MH and things like that.
The thing is, though, they moved away abroad because they didn't want to be like in the news and things like that. They wanted this private life, and they're now in the media more than ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They wanted it on their own terms. They didn't want to be ambushed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I get about the paparazzi and, you know, they've always wanted photos. But William turned around, obviously, when he had his kids and said, I will give you photos as long as you back off and it's on my terms, not your terms. And that was the same with Diana. Diana said exactly the same.
Yeah.
Jay just said as
So
well.
the media has listened to William, and why didn't they listen then? First time round. Sorry, I'm slurring. It's just I'm not well.
So
Because it was all supposed to happen.
No, but and Meghan, Jay just said that they wanted to move away from the royal family, but yet they wanted to keep all the titles and all the security and stuff
Still
like that.
wanted all the side benefits, yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you can't have the best of both worlds. If you're going to move away from them, you can't then expect all the good bits from it. You're either part of it and you want to be in it for the full thing, or you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, who thinks? I know it's a bit of a far-fetched theory, but who thinks Harry has a different dad?
I thought that.
Because he just doesn't look the same. He looks.
They've always
like.
Is it James Hewitt, isn't it?
So
they've all said about James Hewitt.
That was a rumour that it was potentially him.
Yeah, but have you seen them together?
Yeah, they look.
They look more alike than him and Charles.
Yeah, but apparently H looks like his uncle.
Oh, aye. Diana's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have a look.
And obviously, I mean, that is possible, isn't it?
But then you think back, way back in, like, way back, all the royals were, what's it like, they put it, banging each other anyway. How many of you think Diana would be raging that the two sons have lost the bond that they had with each other?
I've always said that.
I don't think.
And I don't think H would have married who he's married to if she was still here.
Yeah.
I think that she took advantage of his vulnerability because obviously he was struggling with the loss of his mum. He was vulnerable because, let's be honest as well, look at the way he went out and he was partying and things like that. That's because I believe that yes, he was being a young lad, but I also believe it's because he was lost and had a lot of issues going on, and she took advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Aye.
Well, she's actually been not interviewed, but one of her friends turned out and said that that Meghan's told her. That's Meghan's friend, by the way. And one of her friends says that she thought it was going to be she was marrying William, not Harry.
But he was already married.
Yeah, but she actually thought that Harry was the heir to the throne rather than the other way round, and she married the wrong one. So it makes you think, don't it?
Yeah.
So the first question I've
But then I
got.
don't like her, so.
The first question I've got that I'll ask you is: do you think Charles ever loved Diana?
No,
Never.
I don't.
Never.
I think he only married her to
For the
get,
kids.
so that he could get the heir to the
He
throne,
never loved her.
because Camilla was too old to have children.
Yeah.
Or she didn't want children, and Diana obviously was a lot younger. That's what I think, anyway.
In Diana's book, she said from very day one of meeting Charles that it was always three. The three of them. It was never them alone.
Yeah.
Because there was the cufflink episode.
Yeah. There's loads of things. Loads of
Because I
things.
even remember seeing that interview when she says it's the three of us, and I'm like, awkward.
Right, let's see what Jacqueline's put.
Kind of people.
That kind of people are all day on their phones and having discussions with the agents. They really know the ins and outs of someone they want to meet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thing is, at the end of the day as well, if H doesn't belong to Charles, we're never going to know that unless they want to let that out.
Never gonna come out after all this time now.
I know this is about Diana tonight, but what's this about King Charles asking for DNA proof of the kids, Harry's kids?
Not heard of that.
I ain't heard of
Google
that.
it quick.
Yeah, that's what I just said, Linda. That's exactly how I've always thought. He only married Diana to get the heir to the throne.
If I was Charlie, a second one came out looking how Harry does, I'd be wanting DNA as well.
Yeah, Jay said it come back that H was his son, but again, like we said.
No, but they're talking about H's children.
Oh, H's children.
Yeah, I think things will change, Gray.
Yeah, I do too.
When William and Kate's are crowned, I think things will be a lot different. I think laws will change. I think, well, the whole royal family will change.
Yeah.
I think, the whole dynamics of the royal family.
Yeah, I do.
It says here Prince H allegedly took 2 DNA tests to find out if Archie is his son.
Told you.
But it's not Prince Philip, not King Philip asking.
No, King Charles asked.
Yeah, I was going to say, but the only reason they do that was, did H only do that just to prove to his family that yes, he was?
Just say here the first DNA test revealed that Prince Harry isn't Archie's biological father.
Told you.
In the leading up to Prince Harry's wife's Meghan giving birth, the couple was stunned to learn DNA testing using amniotic fluid routinely performed on royal babies revealed a redhead is not the child's daddy.
Told you. It's not hers either, by the way, with her hysterectomy. She was never pregnant with either of them. Jacqueline's
did another DNA test and it turned out that it is his.
Apparently, yeah. Jacqueline's put, I doubt William and Kate will be crowned.
That's rubbish then, isn't it? One of them is rubbish because DNA doesn't change.
Jack, just a question. You're not being called out. I just want to know why you feel that, looking into British royal family. The public are waiting for them. They're not interested in Charles or his missus. Call me crazy. One day Harry will be king. He'll never be king. He's too many down the line now. Because obviously it's William's 3 kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
First.
They're still small.
Well, it's William and then there's 3 kids. Well, I don't know. Okay, if we can just bear with Jack, because obviously her
Yeah, it's fine.
English is second language, so she'll have to translate it. I'm just intrigued what she thinks.
Where's Jacqueline
Whilst
from?
we're waiting for Jack
Netherlands.
to reply,
Yeah.
how do you think things would change when they become queen and king?
My opinion, or anybody's opinion.
Anybody's?
Okay, my opinion would be
People will not want anything to do anymore with the royal family. I still don't think it will. That would cause.
I think the royal family will be slimmed down. I think that's why Princess Anne is giving her title over to Charlotte. I think it'll be very slimmed down. They will choose Harry for the new king, and see, I can't see it.
It's too far down the line. Even what's the youngest?
What is he, fourth? Is he fourth?
I have heard of the Notre Dame thing, yeah, and there's a lot of things in there that are actually legit.
See, my thing is as well, because apparently they were supposed to have the rumours as well that I heard was it was meant to have been against Meghan as well because of her skin colour and whatever else. And I think that maybe that when it comes down to the younger ones, W and H, when it starts coming towards their generation taking over, I think that will start to change as well with the prejudice against certain skin colours and things like that. And I think they will start allowing different people into the royal family.
I also think they need to kick a certain somebody out of the royal family too.
Is what's her name that did that interview with Harry and Meghan? What's her name?
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, has refused to do another one because of Meghan saying about the skin colour. She says because she doesn't believe it.
Hey, just said something there.
Yeah, she said, if something happened to W, then would it be H?
No. It'd be William's first chat. What's he called? Louis? Is it? No, it's not Louis.
No, it'll be George, Charlotte, Louis, and then Harry.
I don't want to think about something like this, but what if William and Kate and yeah, well, on what Jack's just said, I'll just take it somewhere a bit weirder. So with all this coming out,
also about George's age as well. This year, George can't travel with the rest of them.
Yeah. But what if something happened to the ones that are meant to be in line next and George is still too young to take over that role? Then who will it be?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It'll go down to it will be down to the next one down. So it would be Princess Anne would take over
Until he's of age.
Until George is of an age. She would stand in. Because Princess Anne... is it Princess Anne next, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. Well, they're not going to have Prince A, are they?
No.
No, so it'll be Princess Anne. And I think that's why Princess Anne is... because it's never been done before in the royal family, that Princess Anne is giving all of the royal the title, all of the charities.
I'm going to tell you the order. If you were to wipe out William, Kate, and kids,
yeah,
it goes to Harry.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying though. Do you know if you've got like the tradition, what's been happening, which unfortunately seems to be a lot of car crashes. It only takes that one car crash with more on a family trip to eliminate it in one hit.
Yeah.
That's why they're not allowing George now.
Yeah, this year, George is no longer allowed to travel.
That's quite common. Harry and
Charlie weren't allowed to travel together.
But if you're going down a different route to, when you're saying about wiping certain people out, this whole scenario that happened last year with Kate and the Big C, and that images that were made strange for whatever reason they were. That was also a big thing, that apparently that something had happened at Christmas. Kate had found out something that William had done. He was unfaithful, there'd been a scrap. She was rushed to hospital, hence why we didn't see her for 6 months. I'm still not 100% on the theory of why she was in hospital.
Yeah.
There is something that's still not quite, and I think she's been said, if you leave, our next heir to the throne is going to be up in the air kind of thing. You can't leave, you're locked in kind of thing. She had no choice but to stay.
Yeah.
I don't think, there's always been a rumour that William's been unfaithful for a long time to this woman that had brought up when this all came out. So he's just like his dad.
Right. Read Jacqueline's go up a bit. Go up a bit.
Of the islands.
No, go up a bit. Go backwards. To who has heard.
So, Nostradamus, yeah, I've heard of that. Baby Vanga, I need to go over that with people because she predicted 9/11. What else did she predict? She predicted quite a lot. And bearing in mind, this lady could not get any influence from the media because she was blind, so she couldn't see anything. 6 March, they need a miracle H, you get the crown. Yeah, so it would go to Harry. Then if Harry couldn't do it, it'd be Archie. Then if Archie couldn't do it, it'd be Lilibet. And then it would unfortunately be Prince Andrew next.
But surely, I mean, obviously it's never going to come to that, but surely with everything that's been in the media about him, no way would they allow that.
No, it's too far down the list. There'll be reasons why it's so far down the list, but Anne's well down the list.
Who does it go to?
So it'd be Prince. So basically, it would be Harry, Archie, Lilibet, Andrew, Beatrice, someone called Sienna. I don't know who that is, but then it would
Beatrice's daughter.
Yeah, it'd be Eugene, and then it'd be August, which is one of their kids, I think, isn't it? Then it'd go to Edward, and then it would go to James McBowen. Then it would go to Louise, which is obviously Andrew's daughter, and then it would go to Anne. So Anne's well down the line.
So Anne's the youngest.
I just think that Prince A.
Anne's 16th in line, she is.
Okay.
Well, all of this conspiracy kind of thing.
But also there's 2 more kids.
And it takes a, shall we say, a terrorist act or something like that on a day when they're all together, and that could change all the scenario in 1 hit.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember when the Queen was on that? Doing like a sort of, what do they call it, when she was just going down the street and she was on a horse and someone tried to shoot at her?
Oh, aye, when she was coming down the mall.
Yeah. So there's already been attempts, haven't there? And I mean, if you look at JFK, it's easy enough done.
Oh, aye.
Well, when we're all stood on them balconies, I'm not being funny, but it only takes one person and from who's trained in that field to soon make a dent in the kind of that the hierarchy, can't it? That's right.
Or an insider.
Or insider, yes.
But yeah,
Eugenie and Beatrice have got 2 kids, 2 kids each now. So
so it's probably changed since then. There's probably more.
It's changed.
August is on there.
Yeah, well, she's got another one.
Yeah, so there'll be 2, but still, Harry would get it before anybody else. You know, if we're looking at the imminent people who would get it, Harry would get it if everyone else got.
See, I think William would be king now if Kay hadn't have got the C, because I think Charles would have give it to William.
Yeah, I don't. I think he's waited too long for it.
I do, but with his own C diagnosis, I think if Kate hadn't have got the C, I think he would have abdicated to give it to William.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think
on principle, William wouldn't do it on principle.
Yeah, I think because his dad had waited for it that long and they want it to be legit and how it should be. I just don't think. I think I think he'll do it like he did, like the Queen did, and he'll do it until his death.
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of rumours that it's not going to be long.
Maybe not, because he's not the best. And I mean, if you look at him, I mean, has anyone looked at his hands?
Oh, his hands are awful.
His hands. He shouldn't be wearing jewellery. How does he get that ring off?
His hands are awful. They're so swollen.
But then if we might have to do a separate one on this, but like, I still think there's something that went wrong. In them 6 months that Kate was missing, something just does not sit right. And I said it all along. I was even going in chats on here talking about it, and I was just like, why would you mess with a photo?
Yeah.
So I take it what you're saying, Charlie's hands are really swollen.
They're really bad.
Right.
Look it up, Kev.
He's nicknamed Sausage Fingers.
Yeah.
Well, my dad's got sausage fingers naturally.
No, but you need to look at him. It looks like
they're huge.
Bend.
They are huge.
Swollen. You need to Google it. They are really. But let me see if I can find it.
Easy way to get the ring, I suppose, would just be to get Camilla to slam her fucking thighs tighter shut.
Yeah, Jacqueline's got, I think, King Charles is more ill than we know. They are preparing already, I think.
Are you ready?
I think they've been preparing for a long time, to be fair. So.
They have to, though, don't they? They have to practice.
His fingers are shocking, especially his right hand.
Wow.
They've been like that for 3-4 years.
Since he's been with Camilla.
Jerry.
Hey up, Kev. We don't hear Camilla complaining, do we?
No.
Yes, she's preparing. Also, one of the predictions of Notre Dame.
They belong in the butchers.
Sorry.
Really do, yeah.
Oh my God. That is not good. So Jacqueline obviously knew it was going to be. She's invested in this. Princess Diana and the royal family, so that's why we're getting more from Jacqueline than we ever have done.
So Jacqueline said, "What happens if William is gone? It will still go to Harry. It won't go to Harry. It'll be the next one. Oh, where's it gone?
Andrew.
No, he's too far down the line.
Edward.
No, he's well after it. He's well after Anne. He's near Anne. Let me see. So if
it's the 3 kids, and then who does it go to? If you take Harry out of it.
Oh, so if you take Harry out of it, the next adult is Andrew. It just won't happen.
But the thing is, how can Harry?
I think Harry's done too much damage to the royal family.
How can he become the king with the damage he's done, and he's no longer a working royal?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Let's see if we can get an updated version. Bear with me a second.
Surely he gave up his rights. Now he's a American citizen. He's no longer a British citizen. But I will say Trump is actually looking at his passport because he lied to get his American passport. What? What? It was?
Why do you think his hands are like this then?
Circulation, heart problems, I'd say.
It could be like.
Okay, so Trump's not looking into it. The immigration services.
I don't think Harry will be crowned.
Harry and Meghan split up.
Hang on, I heard W and K are in training now. No more monarchy anymore, but a chosen people by the people. Well, I ain't voting for Harry, and I definitely ain't voting for Andrew.
I don't think H will be, because
if they hear what happened all to him, I think the English people will give him a chance. I'm not giving him a chance.
I didn't need to vote for any of them, eh? Scotland doesn't have a king or a queen.
It's not needed.
There'd be more uproar with Emma being queen than there is Camilla being queen.
Regardless of who takes over and whatever else, at the end of the day, they're all corrupt.
Yeah.
Can she be queen though? Because she's only queen consort.
Yeah, she can't be fully queen.
Yeah.
I thought Charles said that she could.
No, she can only be queen consort.
Oh, that's good. I didn't want her to be that anyway.
Nor do I.
I don't even think she deserves
That's
that.
just made my migraine better.
If they hear what happened to, if they happened at all to him, and I think the English people will give him a new chance, I will. I think there is happened with him and also William, and they're both abused mentally. Yeah, but also apparently William has an aggressive side.
Yeah.
We won't ever know the truth about anything within the firm. No, we won't.
That's exactly what it
But if you had a brother like that goes to parties in a terrorist organisation party's uniform, that's all I can say. You know what I mean? It begins with N.
I know what you mean. But no one knows what
Wouldn't
William
you turn
is like.
aggression against him as well?
No one knows what William is like.
No.
He's showing what he wants.
We only know based on what Harry put in his book. Harry did put in his book.
Yeah, but how do you know they're not lies?
What?
How do you know they're not lies, what he's put in his book?
It could be, but we're just going off what he said. Can you imagine how hard it must be to live in the firm and can't be yourself? And, yeah, but you know what I think, even though, yeah, it's harsh and there's a lot of rules and there's things you can't do, you know what you're signing up for.
But H was only young when he did all that. And the thing is, even though they were only young, like you said, they were still under a hell of a lot of pressure. And that was probably his way of lashing out. At the end of the day, as a young lad, people have got to let their things out in one way or another. Do you know what I mean? However that may be. I don't think that he is all bad, like people think. And I do think that he does get a bit of the raw end of the deal with things. But at the same time, yes, he has done his own things wrong as well. But I don't think it's all him. I just think that obviously with them, because of who they are, when H decides, do you know what, I am going to tell the truth and speak out and go against him or whatever, because of who they are, they can cover it up and just, do you know what I mean, just cut him out and whatever else, and that's it. So everybody believes the royal family and not him. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I believe that.
You're born into it, no choice, yeah?
I get it.
PTSD after serving in Iraq and that.
But
say that again.
Then he probably also suffers pretty bad with PTSD as well after serving in Iraq.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't like to see half the things that they guys have seen.
No.
Aye.
And obviously from quite a young age, really, they didn't have their mum's guidance, did they? So,
I mean, do you think H knows the truth about what happened to Diana?
I do, yeah.
I don't think he knows the truth, but I think
He's got a good idea.
he doesn't like what he's being told. Or he doesn't agree with what he's being told.
Yeah. He's got his own mind.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's going to have heard some things, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like from sort of family members when they've been talking and things like that. It's going to have been things that he's picked up that he's probably that. So I mean, they've not wanted him to hear and things like that because things do get around, don't they?
Katie.
no one's going to hate on you for your own opinion.
Exactly, Katie.
I do feel for him in some respects. I wouldn't sit him and say, oh no, I don't like Harry. To be honest, I probably prefer Harry over William.
Yeah.
Only because I know that I can see the side of William where he could be unfaithful to Kate and he could be a lot like his dad and he could be very cold. And I mean, when this whole rumour went round, when she allegedly was poorly and she wasn't seen for 6 months, his wedding ring got took off. You know, you just don't know, do you? And I can't imagine him being unfaithful.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors. You only get told.
No. Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Tell people.
Yeah, regardless of who he is and who he come from, nobody is perfect and everybody makes mistakes.
Yep, 100%.
So,
well,
I'm perfect. What are you chatting?
What?
Say it again, Lindsay.
I said I'm perfect. What are you chatting?
Well, you're the exception then.
No one's perfect.
I'm close to perfection.
You keep saying
Whatever.
Katie said they need someone to blame for their mum being taken away.
See, I don't mind. So Jacqueline's just put, I think Megan, M and H will divorce and H will be the lonely people on the crown. If he gets rid of Megan, then yes, I don't mind him being king.
100%.
I think if that does happen, I think he'd be welcomed back into the family.
But if he comes back with her, nah, I ain't voting for him.
No, I don't think Megan will ever come back.
Good.
You know, with Camilla,
Yeah.
do you think that H and W do genuinely get on with her and like her, or do you think that it's only because they've had to? Because not being funny, if that was me and what happened to my mum did, and with everything that's been said about her and how things happened and the affair and stuff like that, I would absolutely despise her. I'd hate her.
I think Harry doesn't agree with it. I think William's been like, do you know what? It's part of life, and my dad's happy, etc. Go for it, and he likes her. Why she left them, and they must be angry inside.
You like her?
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't like her.
No, I don't like Camilla.
No.
I've never liked her, to be honest.
I love her.
But you like her?
No, I'm only joking.
No.
Gee,
We're all just about to go in on Mary then.
we're like, what?
No way.
Poor Mary, bless her.
But can you imagine if in years to come it all came out? Who's ringing?
Kevin.
It all came out that this whole scenario with Kate and William and all that, and it was all false.
Never. We never ate married, Katie.
And obviously as well, Alice, I know it's like a bit different to like what we're on about, but that chap as well, isn't there, that keeps, he is adamant that he's Prince Charles and Camilla's.
Yeah.
It's adamant is what?
He's Camilla's and Charles's love child.
Yeah, he's adamant about it.
Who is?
Wow.
This random guy's come saying that he's adamant that he's their child.
He's been saying it for years, ain't he?
Oh, is it?
And everything,
And
and
they'll
then
not do it. And
people are saying that apparently they weren't together at the time that he's saying and whatever else, but then you said that they've known each other since they were 13, didn't you, Lindsay?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
Well, if that's the case, then he'll be king before William and Harry then. Because he'll be the eldest.
Why is saying
They're
it?
not acknowledging him, are they? They're not accepting it.
they
I
denied
didn't
it.
think he wanted any more children, and that's why he went with
You're not
them.
going to accept a random geezer off the street who's like, yeah, I'm your kid. Oh, yeah, right, you're in heir of the throne now.
One of his children looks a lot like Charlotte.
I hope Camilla's kids aren't in like, no, I don't think they do, Kate.
No, I don't think
Because she's only queen and consort by marriage.
Even though she's dropped the consort bit.
Has she?
Yeah, I think the Queen done it before she died.
Oh.
Sorry, not.
I just think she should have the title Prince Charles Mrs. That's it. She shouldn't have nothing.
No, I don't agree with her having it. To be fair, she hasn't done anything to deserve to be called that.
No, she hasn't.
Who?
Camilla,
What? Be called what?
Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
She shouldn't have Queen, whether it's Queen Consort or just Queen. She should just not have it whatsoever. She should just be called Camilla.
Yeah.
Or words that I can't say on TikTok.
Gorilla?
I think you need to start permission.
You think the same as me, Eloise? Exactly.
We should start a petition.
Don't, because I could rant on it. Because I just.
I wouldn't even give her a maid's job, Winnie, to be fair.
I could just rant about her.
I do as well.
We need to start a petition.
What?
Jason for king.
Katie said to me, Camilla will always be the other woman. Exactly.
And what would you do as king?
Let's start a petition. Jason for king.
We can have all the pork spattings in the world. We come out with some random shit all you did.
Power to the people.
Yeah.
No. Don't worry, we'll be in power.
No, you're alright, thanks. I'm alright, I am.
You're the Queen Consort.
No, I just want to be sat at home where nobody really knows me. I don't want any.
I have got a bit of, you know, I do feel sorry for Harry a bit. But I also feel sorry for William a bit as well. He's had no choice.
Yeah.
But
Exactly, Katie. She said
they both served. They both got PTSD. It was both their mum. But William's had to shut up and get ready.
Katie said Diana has been that bad mouth for having a boyfriend, but Charlie had a lifelong affair. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's true.
And now Diana's partner at the time of her passing, the father has now had allegations against him in the last 2 years.
Well, I'm secretly a love child as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Diana.
She's not the queen. She's not the queen.
Hmm.
I'm actually next in line.
You're definitely not a love child of Diana and Charles because your ears are too thin for a start.
I'll marry William, not force which one, but I'm not being a royal. You'll have to go with Harry then.
But the thing is, if he's given up obviously he's had his royal titles taken away. The kids haven't, but he has.
They'll
And now they've had to change the name of Archibald charity because it had the royal titles in it. And then how does then that work if he's not even got a royal title to be king?
I tell you now, if him and Meghan split up, they'll have open arms ready for him.
Yeah, but if he stays with Meghan,
I don't think he will. I don't think he's happy.
I don't think they're going to be together much longer.
They're not happy. Them. It's all for show in front of public.
The thing is Meghan's made her name more now. I know that she's an actress anyway, but she's actually made her name more now, hasn't she? She's got it out there like she wanted.
Yeah.
So,
Got children.
Well, you look at Meghan in the early days.
and she's still an actress regardless.
So if you look at Meghan in an earlier days on acting and stuff like that, this is probably what didn't help. In some of the things that she filmed in, there was a lot of films where she was, to say, not fully covered, undressed, and obviously that's been frowned upon, as well as obviously they didn't like it, obviously her ethnic background,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So they knew that she was a wrong. But I can tell you now, he's not happy. You can tell they're not happy, even in public. There's little things that he does and she does, what just shows it's not really a couple.
but let's just confirm this. She wasn't a runner because of her ethnic background.
No.
It was because of what she used to do and things like that.
Obviously,
her ethnicity has nothing to do with it whatsoever.
No, she wanted to be a princess. That's what she expected when she got with Harry. She expected to be a princess.
Yeah.
Katie said, is it only me that thinks H just met a girl and fell in love?
Yeah, I think so too, Katie.
Hi, Sarah.
That's all he wanted, was just to be loved, maybe. He probably didn't feel that.
He went to the wrong person.
Maybe he saw her as a mother
The
figure.
wrong person he fell in love with, isn't it?
Hey, Sarah.
They're too far into back out.
Yeah.
I get it. You're saying about a mother figure, but she's far from. I'm not being funny. Most of the time, she ain't even got kids. So
Love your TikTok shop.
on the little boy's birthday, she was having a girly day with her girlfriends. Why he was with her mum, and Harry was over here.
What do you think about her dad as well? All that with her dad.
See, there's a lot of truth behind her dad and her half sister. You know, what have they said?
Yeah, but they're
That
probably idiots as well.
maybe.
I reckon they're idiots as well. I think so.
But they know her better than anybody.
But then she knows them better than anybody as well, so I think I don't trust them either.
Has Camilla got her own kids?
Yeah.
Her own kids. She has. Oh.
Was she?
Yeah, that was who's on the royal balcony when Camilla was being horrible to Charlotte and Louis. She pushed them both out the way, and William had a sweet little something in her ear because she was pushing her grandkids to the front to push them two out the way.
Mind you, I hate that. She's not their grandmother, is she?
No.
So when she was being horrible to them, that William had a little word in her ear, and she moved her grandkids then to the left-hand side of her instead of in front of Charles. Right, here's a question. Do you think Meghan has had kids with Harry? I don't think they're her kids. No, I think they're surrogates. What's everyone else's
I think
opinions?
they're Meghan's, because you could tell when she was pregnant that she was pregnant.
That little
I
girl
think they're Meghan's.
look a bit like Harry and Meghan, the little girl, from the pictures I've seen. But the thing is people can do a lot with this AI and that nowadays, can't they, as well? You just tell them what's real and what isn't.
And also,
Karen's put surrogates.
with their daughter, that name that they've called her, that was what Philip used to call her, and the Queen didn't even know, did she, that they were going to call her that.
The other thing as well, though, is like...
She wasn't happy that she was called that either.
The thing is, though, it's like Harry, red hair, hates red hair. So if you're going to choose people to be a surrogate, you would choose people probably with similar features, wouldn't you, if you could?
Yeah.
So they're sort of like blend in. I don't know.
But people make wrong choices when they're hurting.
I better turn my volume off.
Wow.
Do you think they're his kids, Joe? Yeah. Look it up, please, on thingy, so you can have a look. What, checking football?
So we need to decide what we're doing next week.
Okay. Thank you, George.
What's the next one on the list?
You could kind of continue this next week, Alice, and like go into like quite a bit more depth with H and Meghan.
I know, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'll check that.
We just remove them.
I don't think they'd be the two brothers would be the way they are now if their mum was alive.
No. That was one of my questions actually. What do you think Diana would be doing now if she was alive? I think she'd be an ambassador of a lot of things.
I don't think any of this would have happened if Diana was alive.
I think she would have had the two boys taken well out of the royalty.
Good. Now, that's for sure.
And that was probably, again, another theory as to why what happened to her happened. Theory of taking the boys out.
Do you think I should do Lucy Letby?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot in the news about that, isn't there?
That was her the nurse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was the other nurse that... Beverly Alice or something was another nurse that was...
She's the one that lived in the town that I was in before here.
That must be a similar sort of case, surely.
Yeah.
Or do I do another celebrity that's passed away?
Katie said Diana would be gutted over her boys and I think both boys would have followed her out the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could... I wonder if you could like that... Lucy Letby or whatever, and that other one I just said.
What's the other one? What's the name?
Beverly Alec.
What's the name?
Beverly Alec.
Yeah. Because they seem very, very similar. So I wonder if the two could sort of be linked into one night's chat.
I could do.
That one there. Oh, that's them kids, yeah.
Yeah. That's why it looks like Harry, because it is.
Can you do Elvis soon? Yeah, I could definitely do Elvis soon. So I might do the Lucy do the Lucy Lip bit and the Beverly one, and then we could do maybe Elvis or something. Rain down the mountain, hound dog. And then I might change it up and not do a person and do an event.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to show the picture of H's daughter?
I think so. Matthew Perry, that's on my list, Sarah.
She is cute.
Jay thinks it's questionable
Yeah.
Why would it be questionable?
as to whether she's H's.
Why?
What's your reason?
It's nothing like it.
Jay doesn't think that she looks anything like him.
Yeah, but a lot of kids don't always look like the parents.
No. See, that's like with my youngest son, well, with George, he looks similar to I can see a lot of similarities between him and my daughter. So obviously that says that they've got to have similarities to me because they've got different dads. Whereas with Jack, I don't see many similarities between him and Jack. You know what I mean? Because I think with all of my children anyway, the dads have got the stronger gene, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's like, if you put my kids next to the dad, you would pick out who the dad is in a lineup. Do you know what I mean? But if they had to pick out the mum, I don't think anybody would pick me.
Mm-hmm.
What? Who's that one? Prince Eugene's son, August, looks like just like Prince Harry's son. Oh, Harry's daughter. So, can you see them two?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think they're both Harrys, but I don't think they're hers.
Who's that, Eloise?
So basically, it's Princess Eugene's son
August.
and Prince August and Prince Harry's daughter, Lilibet, in the circle thing.
Yeah, I think that looks something like William's wee laddie. Is it George?
Yeah.
Or Louis?
Yeah.
I think they're all at it with each other. Dirty buggers.
Yeah.
I think that looks like one of William's bairns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for it tonight, guys.
You did very well.
Yeah, that was interesting.
You did very good.
As always, very interesting.
Oh,
Then,
Thank you.
I don't know if you had this on your list or not. See, like you're not just doing people or celebrities, you're doing events.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have the Dunblane massacre on?
I've got that on my list.
Can you see his son? I know it's not a brilliant picture, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a strong ginger gene in there somewhere, isn't there?
right. Can you bring up Prince Harry and Diana's brother? What's his name?
Gingers. Is anyone on here a ginger?
Ella Spencer.
No.
Ella Spencer, is it?
No.
Yeah. Can you bring that up, please?
No gingers on here. Phew, that's good.
Yeah, I'm ginger early.
Well, I'll give you a tip then.
Yeah.
Never ever go for a Brazilian. Because your nunu will end up looking like a fish finger.
Oh, God.
He was waiting to say that.
We're not having fish fingers for tea tomorrow night.
That's put me off. I'm not eating sausages or fish fingers anymore.
I've not even had my dessert yet.
That has done me
It's a
in.
finger.
No way.
I've never eaten sausages again.
Thank you, Sarah. Scarred for life now.
I know, me too.
Thanks, Alice. It was good.
Never gonna look at them in the same way again.
We delete them.
Waiting for that.
How do I take it off?
Oh, look in there, we took in there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Sammy, thank you. I didn't even kind of Sammy's still here, but if you're Sammy, thank you very much. I never noticed.
Hello.
I've laid my tablets.
What do you mean, Jacqueline?
Is that Diana's brother?
Yeah, and Prince H.
Aye. Because see when Diana's brother was reading out his bit at her funeral,
Same, Katie.
first I seen him and I thought right away, he looks awful like Harry, or Harry looks awful like...
Yeah, but then that means brother and sister, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not saying they did, but I think he did look awful like, is it Errol Spencer or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he can look like Ellie. She looks probably, a lot of people, some people say she looks more like my sister than she does me.
Yeah, I know someone who's got kids, and neither of them look like their dad. They've got not one characteristic or anything in them like their dad. So that was debatable.
I think Megan's not the mother of the kids.
Because there's talk about her having a hysterectomy with her ex-husband, that he supported her through it. And I just find it a bit strange if it didn't actually happen, why he would actually say that.
But did she have a hysterectomy or did she get sterilised?
Hysterectomy, he said. And you can't obviously reverse that.
See, my previous partner, he was questioning about his daughter because there was a rumour that the mother of his child had slept with her brother and that his daughter actually belonged to his brother. And when he was talking to me about it, because he didn't know whether to question her about a DNA test, and he never did, and he passed away before he got a chance anyway. But he was questioning it, and he said to me, he was like, well, yeah, but my daughter does look like my brother. But like I said, well, not being funny, it's family DNA, it's her uncle. So, do you know what I mean? There's a chance she's going to look like him anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That can't be the case. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything, does it?
No.
No, I'm just hoping she's not the mother, Jacqueline, because then he can come back with his kids and stuff her.
The thing is, not being funny, but with the family he's got anyway, if he decided to come away from her and sort things out, then wouldn't he have more power over her anyway and be able to come back with the kids regardless of her? Because he would easily be able to prove if he thought that she was unfit or anything like that, wouldn't he?
Well, they are, I know it sounds awful, but they are actually the property of the king.
Yeah.
More than they are Harry's.
Yeah. So if
that's any heir to the throne, you know, any in-line succession to the throne.
That's it.
They actually they are owned by the monarchy.
Yeah. So if they were willing to back Harry then, if it did come to that, she's got very little chance, hasn't she? She'd just have a visitation, wouldn't she, if anything?
Yeah.
Don't know, because they've both got US passports as well now. So I don't know how that will work.
Maybe they got both.
Don't know if the kids have got dual.
Ain't nobody know. What time is it?
5 to 9.
I'm gonna get going in a minute, guys.
All right, Alice.
Do the royals even have a passport?
I don't think they do. I don't think they need passports, do they?
They do out of this country if they're living, because he had to fill out his immigration paperwork and he's lied on his, so about the rugs.
Yeah, see, I think when you look at that, he looks more like his uncle, 100%.
Your hands.
Aye.
No, I know, that isn't his uncle, that's what I mean. He doesn't look like him now. Now I've seen him next to his uncle, he don't look like James Hewitt.
Is anyone else going live after Alice goes?
No, sorry.
No idea. I don't think Lindsay is because she's not well. Yeah.
I've only come on because I didn't want to let Alice down.
So don't you think he looks more like his uncle than him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
But like you say, that could just be with the genes.
Yeah.
There's certain faces he pulls, what does look like?
So I do apologise that I'm not
You don't need to be sorry, you need to rest.
going on live.
Be sorry at all.
To be fair, I might try and have a bath. I'll have a bath in the dark.
It might help.
and see if I can get low enough so I can get the hot water. If I don't put no cold in, get the hot water on my neck.
Yeah, definitely try it.
See if it helps a bit.
Are you invested in this?
Definitely looks like.
Yeah, even Winnie said don't apologise, get some rest.
Yeah, I just need...
But Prince H looks like Charles in this picture.
Yeah, Mason.
Katie said, I bet we all Google pictures of H's kids now.
Oh, thank you, Linda.
I don't think he looks like Charles at all.
I think it is in that one.
What?
Maybe it does a bit.
What did Charles look like when he was younger?
I don't know.
I was still ugly when he was a bairn.
Yeah.
Years like the World Cup.
An early night for everyone. It is indeed.
Thank you, Karen.
See, when you know when you got to the point where you said
Thank you, Mackenzie.
with the pregnancy, I actually thought that you was going to go on to say that happened with H, because that would have been a sort of, you could understand that if Charles had suspicion that H wasn't his. Do you know what I mean? For that accident to happen.
Strange.
Eloise, look up. Look up Meghan Markle's fake pregnancy, and you'll not understand why I think they're not his. Like her stomach, she was about 8 months pregnant. She crouched down, stood back up, and she looked about 3. How does it disappear like that?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, within 30 seconds of her standing back up, she went to about 8 months pregnant again.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, that's odd that.
So if you look it up while you're offline and let me know.
Yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Hi, Rach. We're just going now. You're a bit late.
Maybe that should be for everyone.
Winnie said Di couldn't have fallen for Charles's looks.
No, he's certainly got big ones.
Fingers.
And she means,
and it's not fingers. It's these.
Before anyone takes that the wrong way, it's ears she's on about.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Anyway, let's hello little Ray, goodbye little Ray. I can't go live tonight. I'm going for a really, really boiling hot bath.
Oh yeah, here we go, Lindsay. January the 16th and January the 30th.
Go on then. Show the picture. How's that work? Told ya.
What the heck?
Told ya.
Oh, I'm going to fall down a dark hole now, aren't I? All night, and it'll be your fault.
Yeah, told ya. The one after it. Look, January the 30th. She's smaller than she was January the 16th.
Wow.
So told ya.
Maybe
That's
she's
your
really
homework.
needed a big dump.
As we're not going live tonight, that's your homework.
Yeah.
Okay?
Earlier in the pregnancy.
And we'll convene tomorrow.
Yeah. So I was going to say, first time in the pregnancy, you can like fluctuate a little bit with your tummy, but not when you fire one like that. Yeah, they said there, fake pregnancy. February the 7th.
Told ya.
And what she is January the 16th.
You know what? I'll talk to you in the group because no doubt I'm going to go down the loophole.
No, you're not. You'll be fine.
Told ya.
Winnie said she just had diarrhea.
She had a heavy curry the night before.
Honestly, and do you know what the worst ones for all these photos are? The worst ones that's believing her now. And it's the Americans. All these photos are from Americans. More homework, Alice. No, it's more homework for everyone else, Graham, but a coffee would be nice, seeing as you've neglected me for about 5 hours.
Graham, that's not nice.
He bought my tea up and that were it. He dumped me up here.
Oh, Liz.
He used to bought you a tea up.
No, he didn't. He bought my tea up. See you later, Alice.
Hey, folks.
I'll catch you on chat. Love you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.